Good evening, fifth graders. Tonight we're going to be learning about how to find the area of a triangle and a parallelogram, but we're going to be doing it with the rectangle method of finding area. We've spent the last couple days working on finding the area of a rectangle, so now we're going to use that knowledge and find the area of a triangle and a parallelogram. First of all, let's do some review here. Finding area, we have base times height, so that means we have 4 times 4. 16 centimeters squared when using area. Next thing we have 2 times 4 or 4 times 2, which equals 8 inches squared. All right, let's take a look at these problems. We did some practice yesterday in class with this. Let's kind of see how we do with these here. So we have rectangle D. 1, 2, 3 is my base. My height is 2. My base is 3. My height is 2. 3 times 2 gives me 6. And we're dealing with inches right now, so inches squared. Let's take a look at this next one. Look at E here. We have 1, 2, 2.5, so 2.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5. So we have 2.5. Better not get ahead of myself. 2.5 here. We have 4.5 here. 2.5 times 4.5 equals what? 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 2 is 10. Plus 2 is 12. Go ahead and do a place value holder here. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 2 is 8. Plus 2 is 10. I'm going to go ahead and add these up. 5, 2, 1, 1. One number after decimal, another number after decimal. I'll move this twice. 11.25 inches squared. Now, why is it important to find the area of a triangle? Here's some perfect real-life examples. Someday you might want a triangular swimming pool. Another area, triangular windows. Houses have triangles to them. Keep going here. How about this flooring? Okay, we've got triangles inside these square tiles. Perfect. Here's an attic or a loft. Okay. Triangular table. Next thing, we have the rectangle method. So here's a triangle here. This is what the rectangle method is. So you have the base here. You're going to want to go up as high as this point is and then connect it. Do you see how we have made a rectangle around this triangle? It's one thing to keep in mind. So my base is 1, 2, 3, 4. My height is 1, 2, 3. So how do you find the area of a rectangle? It's 4 times 3 will give me 12. But I'm doing a triangle, which is half of this shape. So that means I'm going to have to divide this 12 by 2, which gives me 6, which means my answer, because it's in feet, 6 feet squared. We'll do another one here. Take a look at this one. I have a base here. My height, I'm going to keep on going all the way up until I can go over here. My height is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is my height. 2 is my base. So I'm going to go 7 times 2, which will give me a 14. It's a triangle because it's only half of this rectangle, right? So I have to divide 14 divided by 2, which gives me a 7. I'm dealing with feet again, so it's 7 feet squared. Here's another one. Here's my base. My base is right here. My height, I'm going up just 2 this time, and I'm going over. Okay? So that's how high it is. My base is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is my base. I'm going up 2 spots, so I'm going 6 times 2, which gives me a 12. It's a triangle. Whenever I have a triangle and I've done base times height, I have to divide it by 2. Gives me a 6. 6, dealing with feet squared. Hopefully all these, I'm going to keep on doing examples. This one's a little different. Let's take a look at this one. My base right here is 1, 2, 3. I have a 3 for a base. I'm going to have to kind of keep on going over, and so I can see where my height is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going 3 times 5, which gives me a 5. Oops. Apologize. 3 times 5, which gives me a 15. I'm going to divide 15 divided by 2, gives me 7.5. 7.5 feet squared is my answer. Common mistake, pay close attention. Do not count these two as your base. Your base is just where the shape is at. So it's 1, 2, 3. That's how I got 3. A common error is kids would get 5 for a base here, and that's where the mistake would be, because then it'd be 5 times 5, which I know there isn't 25, well, I guess divide 25 in half, 12.5 squares inside that triangle. Okay, next problem here. Take a look at this problem. If I were to flip this problem, it would make sense, right? So let's just do it like this. We got a shape here. I'm going to move on over and then up. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. 6 times 4 equals 24. It's a triangle, so I'm going to divide 24 divided by 2 equals 12. 12 feet squared. Now pay close attention here. If I were to flip this shape over, oops, that didn't come with it. Exactly what we just got done working on. So just when you're working on your assignment tomorrow, go ahead and flip your math journal if you want to help you out while you're working on these problems. Keep on going here. It's kind of like the James and the Giant Peach. You have to look at it another way. First of all, we just got done doing this problem. We'll keep on moving along here, okay? Now we have a parallelogram. Let's take a look here. My base is a 2. 1, 2. Parallelogram, I'm going to move on over, then come on up. My height is a 3. So I'm going to solve this by 2 times 3 equals 6. Now with parallelograms, you don't divide by 2. This is why you don't divide by 2. If I were to cut off this section of the triangle right here, wouldn't that fit right in this area? It would. If you take a look then, if I were to do that, I would have a rectangle here. My base would be 2. My height would be 3, which still gives me a 6. My answer is 6 feet squared. Let's do another problem here. My base, my height. Pay close attention. This triangle right here is the same triangle as this triangle. We're just basically cutting this triangle out, moving it over into this slot. So we have a shape that looks like this. I'm going to get rid of all my scribbles and I'm going to show you how to solve this problem. Here's my height. Here's my base. My height, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is my height. My base is right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how am I going to solve this? I'm going 5 times 5 equals 25. It's not a triangle, so I don't divide. So 25 feet squared. The reason why I'm not dividing it is because once I have my shape here, there's nothing to divide. It's the whole entire shape. Take a look at this one. There's one that's kind of flipped on its side. If I go up and over, I have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 times 4 gives me 12. 12 feet squared. Now let's take a look here. If I were to take this little triangle, wouldn't it fit right in this spot? If it were to happen, then I would have a rectangle right here, which would be 3 times 4. That's why in a parallelogram you're not dividing by 2. Okay, let's take a look at more of these examples here. What is the area of this triangle? Let's take a look. Going up, I'm going over. My base is 1, 2, 3. My height is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Let's keep going. Here's my triangle. It's one of those scalene triangles. Going over, I'm going up. The reason why I'm going straight up is because you don't want to count this angle. This is pretty tough to find out, okay? You want to go vertical angles. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 for a height. My base, I'm just counting 1, 2 for my base. 5 times 2 is 10. I'm dealing with the triangle, and the rule of a triangle is divide by 2. 10 divided by 2 gives me 5 for an answer. Last problem. Here's my parallelogram. Going here, going over. My height, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is my height. My base, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is my base. 4 times 4 gives me 16 for an answer. Once again, let's take a look. Would this triangle right here, would it fit right in this spot? It would. It would give me a shape that would look like this. My base is still 4. My height is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 4 gives me 16. Hopefully this helped a little bit. Tomorrow we're going to be doing some more stuff with formulas, or the next math lesson I should say, we're going to be doing some more stuff with formulas of a triangle, a rectangle, and a parallelogram. But this is the rectangular method of finding area in a triangle and a parallelogram. Good luck, kids. Look forward to working with you in class tomorrow.